Okay, so inner circle. I thought it would be good first to start off with explaining what I meant by inner circle and why it's important, why this inner circle of people are important. Now, when we decided individually, as individuals, to join this opportunity, we all had our goals, right? We all had our reasons why. And sometimes when you embark on something and it feels like you're alone, you find yourself either in two places. You're either someone who doesn't get distracted ever, and you continue on the journey without any issues in terms of being focused on your goals. But primarily, a lot of people tend to fall back. They allow life to get in the way. They start making excuses. They don't really have a clear plan of how they're going to execute and achieve their goals. They start saying, oh, I'll do this later, and begin procrastinating. And what the inner circle is all about is allowing individuals, every one of us as individuals, to come together where we started off coming with a reason and a goal for ourselves. But with our inner circle, we can hold each other accountable, encourage each other, and grow towards where we're trying to get to. Because it's easier to associate with people who are on the same journey as you than it is with people who don't understand what you're doing. But the only way it's going to work is if you yourself are invested. If you do not input into the group, if you're not adding value, you're not going to receive value. And my vision for what Inner Circle is about to achieve, listen, this is going to grow into one of the largest organizations in the business. But what it's going to do is not just going to grow in numbers, but it's going to grow in testimonies. It's going to grow with people reaching their goals. It's going to grow with people actually making it to where they want to get to. People becoming confident in their trading, people becoming confident in their business. And this all stems or starts with you. The decision you make as to whether you want it bad enough. There's one thing saying, oh yeah, I want financial freedom and I want this thing, but are you willing to do what is necessary to achieve it? You know, when we talk about trading, the goal of us is to become successful traders, right? So what really separates successful traders from other traders? And the reason why I'm starting with this is because it all starts with your mind, how you perceive things, how you decide to think of your goals, right? So what separates successful traders? One thing that separates successful traders is that they don't try to be consistent, they are consistent. It's not a thing for you to say you're going to try at your goals. If you're going to try at your goals, you're always going to be trying. But if you become your goal, if you say this goal it's done, then it's going to be done. And it's the same with trading. You can't come in trading with a mindset to be like, oh, I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna try, because when you say that, you're not gonna be serious about it, you know. And what successful traders do, they don't try, they just become consistent. They are consistent. They just do it. And what do I mean by consistent? It is the steps that they've set themselves in doing every single day or every single time they trade, right? It's like it's having a daily method of operation. It's having a strategy and confirmation checklist that they're always going to follow. They do not deviate from it, right? If you treat your trading like a game and you are yo-yoing, 1 minute you're trading, 1 minute I don't have time for it, 1 minute oh, I'll pick it up from here, your results will also be inconsistent. But if you have a daily method of operation that you stick to, they say if you do something at least 27 times, it becomes a habit. You will be habitually saying to yourself, you are a consistent trader from the habits and the actions that you do. Now, another thing that separates successful traders is perception, right? Now, what do I mean by perception? Now, for traders, a lot of the things that holds us back is our minds, our mindset. You know, how we perceive the market. Sometimes it may feel as though the market is, sometimes it may feel as though the market is against you. Sometimes it may feel as though the market was designed to catch you out. This is perception, right? This is perception. These are people's perceptions that, oh, trading never works because they're out to get us retail traders. They're out to just take our money and chop our money, right? But when you decide to shift that perception and realize that all you are doing as a trader is taking information from the market and making a decision based on that information, you decide to kill off any excuse for you not getting to where you want to get to. No longer are you going to allow the fear aspect, the fear of, oh, what if the market's trying to get me, come in the way. No longer are you going to allow the fear of, or your limiting thoughts to stop you from achieving your goals. Perception is such an important thing when it comes to how you look at this. Now, that's one element. The second element is this. If you treat it like a part-time business, it will pay you like a part-time business. But if you treat it like a multi-million company that you're about to start, it will eventually get you to multi-millions. I say that with confidence because I've seen it happen. This last week alone, how many of you have heard about what's been happening in Wall Street? If you haven't, let me just give you a real quick recap. So a couple of weeks ago, a retail trader in the stock market went onto his Reddit account and had been doing some analysis and realized that there are stocks such as GameStop, that there were hedge funds who have been shorting it. So what they've been doing, they've been shorting this stock and it hadn't covered their short position. Eventually they will have to buy it back, right? And the idea is that you want to buy it at a lower price. So what he said and did, because he knew the information in the market, he decided to now go into his community of traders and say, listen, we have a real opportunity here to buy these shares and make value on it based on what the information was in the market. Now, if you haven't seen it, I don't know where you have been hiding, but it caused such a huge historical moment in trading. Why? Because millions of retail traders came together and were able to buy these shares, and the value of these shares shot up to the point that multi-billion-dollar hedge funds had to declare bankruptcy. It has now had a knock-on effect. How? Because these same traders have now identified other stocks where hedge funds had been shorting those positions and are doing the same thing. AMC. This is why a lot of people are now saying that the stock markets that we've known since the 70s will no longer exist or run at the same ever again. But look at this now. If that trader who'd been trading for years said that, oh, the market's always out to get me, I can never win, he would not have gone from earning $55,000 from trading to over 22 million. He wouldn't have done that. But he understood the value in the skill set he had. He understood the information that the market had given him, and he acted based on that. And based on that, it didn't matter who the other players were. It didn't matter if they were multi-billionaires. He knew what the information was and acted on it and was able to become a millionaire for himself. So why I say this to you, if you ever doubted that learning this skill can achieve the goals that you want, Let that doubt die today. It's a new week, a new day, new month, new year, right? Today, you step into this with a brand new perception that this skill can make you financial freedom. This skill can help achieve the goals that you want, but only if you perceive it in that way. All right. Now, one thing I also want to talk about is risk. What we are doing is risky as traders, but some of us don't really understand the true concept of risk. So I wanted to break it down for this. And I'm leading to somewhere with this, guys, right? Once we are able to accept that what we are doing is risky and we understand that, then we trade with no fear. Let me break it down to you like this. We are constantly looking at the results and not focusing on the process. We're constantly looking for the results and not focusing on the process. It's like, I'll give you this analogy, right? It's like if you have a pet, if you have like a dog or something like that, and you are trying to teach that dog new tricks, what you would do is that every time you say roll over and they do it, you give them a treat. So guess what? Each time they roll over, they're expecting a treat from you. They're looking at you expecting that treat. Now, eventually, if you stop giving a treat for that one particular trick, the dog's going to stop doing it, because the dog's going to think, well, I'm not seeing the treat, so why should I roll over? I'm holding up my end of the bargain, so like, why should I not roll over? And as traders, what we've got to do as traders is force ourselves to go against that natural instinct of, oh, if the results are not here, let me stop what I'm doing. We've got to force ourselves to go against that natural instinct and continue on doing our daily method of operation that we know works because we've seen it work for others before. We know that discipline works. We know that risk management works. But for some reason, as traders, the minute we're not seeing the kind of results we want, all of that goes out the window. And this is why I want to talk about risk, because as traders, risk is one of our most powerful tools, and yet it's the most misunderstood. Let me tell you something. If you are able to have a strong risk management profile to your trading, it doesn't matter how much you lose, you will always end up profiting. You will always end up profiting. But the reality is this: 90% of traders fail because of their mindset, how they perceive the market, how they perceive trading, their attitude to trading, and their risk. So I want to encourage you guys today. Do not think about the results when it comes to trading, but focus on understanding your risk management, the discipline and the consistency required for you to get to where you want to get to. When you're climbing a mountain, you may not see the peak yet, but you don't stop. You know you're going uphill. I'm telling you, if you stick to this method of operation, you will get to that peak. All right. Now, what this also does when you have your method of operation is that it kills off any fear. It kills off any inconsistency, and it allows you to be a systematic trader. Now, this can be applied to your business as well. I'm not just talking about trading, but it could be applied to your business. But I want us to refocus and think about our trading like a business. So with that said, we've spoken about consistency. We've spoken about our attitude to trading, our mindset, our perception. We've spoken about our understanding of risk. Okay. Now I want to talk about this. We don't have to be smart. We don't have to be the smarter person in the room. We just have to be more disciplined than the rest. This inner circle, as I said it before, I created this group because I wanted us to all come together as individuals who are set dead focus on our goals, but I wanted us to have a space where we could hold each other accountable and encourage each other towards our journey, because it's not easy. What we're doing is not easy. You know, but like I said, what I want is one thing, but what you want, what you truly want, is another thing. So I want you guys to dig deep today and decide, how bad do you want it? How much are you willing to put in? Are you willing to change your attitude in order to determine your altitude? When I say change your attitude, are you actually going to be interacting in the groups? Are you going to be encouraging? Are you going to be sharing your trade ideas? Are you going to be sharing your trade results so that you know that, hey, I need to trade this week, or I need to trade this month, because people are going to be people holding me accountable to my goals? Are you going to be that person? Are you going to make excuses, or are you going to take action? Now, for those of you who are ready to take action, I want to bring you in to the vision. Road to 1 million. Road to 1 million. Now, this is not going to be an overnight thing, but for the last 6 months, I have been working on a goal. You know, for me, my vision had been very simple for this team when I started building a year ago. And that was that I wanted to help individuals become 6-figure traders or more. And I wanted to help at least 20 people become diamond leader. I wanted to help impact other people's lives, because I knew how it felt when someone walked into my life and told me about this. You know, and I've been toiling over the last 6 months. I've been working on a plan to help this vision come to life for those who really want it. And I'm confident and I believe that we have found a way to have this happen. And I'm going to bring you guys all into it, give you an idea of what the vision is, and also the plan, how it's going to work, if that's all right with you guys. Okay. But it all starts with your mind. That's why I started this call about our attitude. We can't get to a millionaire if we're still thinking like where we are now. Our current state, where we are now, isn't going to be where we are in the future. And if we want to get there, we need to be doing the work and self-development that's going to get us there, right? So on this road to 1 million, I'm going to show you the numbers. But aside from the numbers, aside from the plan, one thing that's going to really set you up is the development that you put into yourselves, right? So I want us to be reading together, sharing information together, encouraging each other, growing together. One book that I highly recommend, and I will drop it in the chat box, I'll drop it in the group chat after this, is Trading in the Zone, as a first primary book, because it sets your mindset. It tells you how successful traders, what their mind, what looks like in their mind before they even go into the markets. And that's going to determine how well you do, right, in the markets. You can have the best plan in the world. I can show you this plan that has worked for other people. I can show it and it will not work for you. Why? Because your mindset is different. So, like I said, it's a new week, a new day, a new month, a new year. If you are serious about being fully sold out and committed to your goal this year, there will be no more excuses. There will be no more inactivity. You will be hungry for your goals. You will hold each other accountable, encourage each other, and we work towards where we're trying to get to. All right. So road to 1 million. Let me share with you what this is going to look like. All right. Now, I don't know if any of you have heard about this, but there is a way in which you can receive a funded account. Okay, there is a way in which you can receive a funded account. Sorry, I was getting a bit distracted. There's a way in which you can receive a funded account with a company called FTMO. Okay, and what they do is offer you more capital to trade on, higher capital to trade on. Okay, now the highest in pounds is £70,000, and the highest in dollars is $100,000. The more capital you have to trade, the more money you can make. With the FTMO challenge, anyone can do it. Anyone can join and do it. But how it works is this. You have to go through two challenge stages. The first stage is a challenge stage where you have to be able to grow the account by 10% in profit within 30 days and have a maximum drawdown or loss of 10% overall and a maximum daily loss of 5%. So to give you an example, if you was trying to get a £70,000 funded account, you would need to make £7,000 profit on the account, and you cannot lose more than 3,500 on any one day, and you can't lose more than 7,000 in total. So that you have 30 days to do that. The next stage is called a verification stage. They want to see that you can actually do this again. So then they will ask you to be able to grow your the account by 5% profit, keeping with the same maximum loss and drawdown. Once you've passed both stages, they will give you a funded account. And on that funded account, you can then trade, and any profit that you make on that funded account is split between you and them 70-30, 70% to yourself. Okay, so this is the plan. It's not compulsory, okay, because you have to pay a fee in order to do the challenge. This is not compulsory. Like I said, this is only for those who really want to take their trading to a next level. I have been able to figure out a way in which we can use the B products. So I'm talking about Shift, Titan, NFX. We can use, maybe not NFX, but Shift, Titan, the live sessions, Oracle, how we can use all of these products for us to achieve our goal by the end of this year. Okay. Now, if we were going for the maximum, because I know majority of people here on our UK-based call. So if we were going for the maximum and we wanted to get the £70,000 account, right? Instead of, if you wanted to, we could do, this is the way I'm proposing that it could be done, okay? Instead of you putting up, the fee is £540, I believe, 540 euros, something like that. Let's say £520, okay, for a challenge. Now, if you fail the challenge, you don't get your money back. But if you're able to pass the challenge and you're able to get that funded account, once you get that funded account, you're able to get your refund of your initial fee. Okay. So as I said, we're talking about getting to a point where we can get a funded account. Now, you can by all means go away and get a funded account and try the challenge yourself. But for me, how I see it is this: I've done challenges like this before. I've done £100 to 10K in 10 weeks. I've done all of these different challenges before. Okay, 10K to 100K in 10 weeks. I've done them all. And one thing that separates people who achieve it to those who don't is their mindset and discipline. See, this is why I say don't really focus on the money right now, but focus on having the habits or curating the habits that are going to get you to where you want to get to. This journey to 1 million isn't going to be easy. And it's really going to focus on how we as traders, as individuals, can be disciplined and treat this as a business. So yes, you may have the initial funds to go and do the funded account challenge, and you by all means can do that. But I'm treating this as a journey. So if you want to be on part of this journey, this is the idea of what I was thinking. That you start off with £200 or dollars in your trading account. You look to build that over some time to get to a point where you have the money for the challenge. What that does, it gives you the time for you to build the habit that you're going to need for the challenge. What are the habits? Discipline. So you're going to stick to only risking 2% of your account at any one time and only having 3 trades open at any one time. Okay, that's discipline. Consistency. You are going to trade and you set yourself a target, whether it's, if you know your time frame and the way your days or weeks are set up, if you can only afford to trade on a Tuesday or Wednesday, whichever day it is, you are going to commit to trading every single trade that comes out from Shift, Titan, Oracle, and the WOW live sessions. Okay. So to recap, discipline in terms of your risk management, only trading 2% risk management and only having 3 trades open at any one time. Now, in terms of consistency, you will commit to trading on the days that you can trade on your trading plan. Okay. And then the third thing is growth. Your self-development is probably the most crucial leg of this 3-legged stool. Okay. You have to commit to putting in the hours, whether it is tuning into the live sessions to learn and sustain your information and education on how to trade, and also your mindset. So reading books like Trading in the Zone to start off with, Mindset of a Millionaire, Think and Grow Rich. Read these things, absorb them, and become them. Now, this journey, this roadmap gives you that time to grow. Okay. So the idea is that if we started this week and we gave ourselves a weekly target to grow by 12% every week, by the end of March, we should be in a position where we have the enough money to purchase a funded account challenge. Okay. So that gives us a 2-month plan to really be dedicated to learning, being consistent, being disciplined, and also self-development. Once you have that challenge, okay, just to give you an idea of what it will look like, this is what the challenge will look like. You will go through the challenge phase where you have to grow your account by 10%. This is for you having the £70,000 account. You'll go through the verification stage, okay? Then you will reach the point when you have the funded account. And every 4 weeks, you'll be doing withdrawals. Now, based on this plan that I've put together, by the first month, you should be withdrawing around £22,700. By the second month, around £32,000 now, right? And then each month, around £32,000 going forward, based on this plan. Now, the idea is that once you've made withdrawals from your funded account, you can put those part or all of those withdrawals into a secondary personal account, okay? And we can start growing on this secondary personal account. And the reason why we're doing this is because with the funded account, you have that strict maximum loss, maximum drawdown. So if ever you was to have like a losing streak, for example, you lose the funded account. The minute you go against that rule, that requirement of maximum loss, you will lose the account. And the worst thing that could happen is if you've made up money, you've compounded that account to whatever rate, and then you may have a losing streak and you lose the account, it will just be painful. So what we're doing is that because your withdrawals can be done on a monthly basis with this funded account. So every month we do our withdrawal, and then we can either place it into our own personal trading account or use it for whatever goals and dreams and wishes that you want to use it for. But for say, for example, if you do decide to do this plan and you start investing into a personal account, you essentially can build up a balance of £70,000 for your own personal trading account. And with this, the idea is to do a withdrawal every 2 weeks. Okay. So the green are going to be the withdrawals that you'll do every 2 weeks. So first week of having the 70K in your personal account, you withdraw 1,600. Okay, the next 2 weeks, 2,000, etc. Okay, now this can reach 1 million. But like I said, a plan, it doesn't matter whether you have the best plan in the world. It doesn't matter if you have, I give you the secret. The secret is in your mind. How you perceive things, how you approach things, your attitude will determine your altitude. So with that said, I want to hand it to Michelle. She's been doing the challenge right now. I just want to get her to just speak a little bit of her experience, testimony, tell us how it's been going, and what she's learned so far on the journey. So Michelle, let us know.
Hey. Hello. Hi everyone. So when it comes to the challenge, I have done it before. I've passed it before. I've lost it before. Done it all. Just basically need to, I think discipline, like you've been saying, discipline is definitely key. And it is possible. I mean, trading is something that I'll never stop doing personally. And I think the funded accounts are very helpful. Just be disciplined and stick to the rules, basically. Don't allow yourself to get greedy. Well, I'm saying that, but I think don't allow yourself to get greedy and just stay disciplined and you will pass it. Yeah, it is more than possible to pass it, to be honest. Yeah, I think, yeah, it is possible. So just keep going. Yeah. And I would advise everyone to actually give it a go, do a trial first and then do the challenge. Because I mean, having that much capital is amazing to be able to trade with. Yeah.
Cool. Now, in terms of you as a trader, what do you think has been the thing that you've had to work on in this challenge? In terms of, has it been your strategy? Has it been your mindset? Has it been like risk management? What's been some of the key things that you felt that you've had to focus on for this challenge?
Definitely mindset. Nobody likes to lose a trade, but when you have a strong strategy in place and you know that you're going to win more times than you lose, you pick yourself up and you go in again. So I think that's the hardest for me, definitely mindset. Even with you, Jen, like I know you was telling us like to read Trading in the Zone, and like at first I wasn't reading and stuff, but honestly since I've started reading it, it actually has made a difference. I'm more confident in going in my trades as well. So I would definitely say mindset, reading, personal development is key. It's not something to play around with. Not like you said, anyone can have the plan, but not everyone will pass it. And the key thing is actually your mindset and how you actually see trading as a whole. And Trading in the Zone, it really, like, I'm reading it and I'm like, yeah, this is me, this is me. Yep, I've done this. Yep, I've done that. Like, he highlights every single thing that you've done correctly and incorrectly, so you know that you're not alone. And if someone else is able to become a multi-millionaire from what you're doing, it's like you will get there as well. So definitely mindset for me, and
Cool.
strategy. Yeah.
Brilliant. So that's it, guys. You know, reset. Today, I want you all to make a decision. This isn't going to be for everyone. That's okay. But as I said, the vision was always clear for me from the very beginning when I started this. The vision was this: I wanted to help the masses be able to get to a point where they are making consistently 6 figures to 7 figures. I wanted to be able to help at least 20 people become diamond leaders. You know, that vision is still alive and still burning, still burning. Now, like I said, this isn't going to be for everyone, but when you decide today that you are going to recommit yourself to your goals in trading, in business, you are killing off any excuses. You are killing off any alternative. And you're making a commitment to yourself to change your attitude, to commit to your goals, and to commit to having a method of operation. So, what's next steps? If this is something you want to do, in the group, in the inner circle group, I want you to just write in the inner circle group, just say who you are and what your goal for 2021 is. All right. If you want to do this journey, I want you to be completely sold out. So that means interacting in that group. We as a unit are holding each other accountable, and we're here to support each other. So after this call, every single one of us, we're going to go into that inner circle group, just say your name and say what your goal is for 2021. That way, together, we can support each other virtually and we can hold each other accountable to those goals. So I see we got Mr. Michael J on the call. So Michael, can you talk? You free? Can you say? Yes.
I tried to just be a fly on the wall. I tried to just be MJ, but my picture gave it away.
Yeah, your picture gave it away. Yeah, do you have a few words of encouragement?
Just want to say I'm totally pumped up and excited about this journey. You know, I think it's one of those ones where this week I was really researching trading. And I think that the points that you mentioned at the beginning about perception and really positioning yourself to win is 100% correct. You know, because the majority will do one thing, but like the popular quote says, observe the masses and do the opposite. If the majority of people are not able to find a system that they can be successful, it doesn't mean that you fall into that bracket. So I think this game plan is absolutely amazing. I think what it tells us and it really separates us is, are we truly serious and committed to impacting our lives with the tools that we have? Because what this will do, the process will expose, you know, areas in your thinking, areas in your process that you need to work on. And it's down to you to really develop those areas and stick to the blueprint to be able to succeed. You know, like Michelle said, this does work, but only if you put in the work, only if you're focused and committed. So now I'm excited to just see the testimonials and the results that come out of it. And I'm excited just to really celebrate everyone and their wins, you know. So yeah, let's make it happen. The vision is clear, you know, 20 diamond leaders, 20 people to have cleared 6 figures in trading. And I believe that this platform can even up that from 20 people clearing 6 to 20 people clearing 7. So yeah, let's make it happen.
Thank you, Michael. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much. Remember to write your goal, who you are and your goals for 2021 in the Inner Circle group. And let's make it happen, guys. Thank you, guys. I love you guys and speak to you guys soon. Bye.